welcome back. I know we haven't done a video in a while. Unfortunately, due to all that's been going on at the moment with the coronavirus, I was redeployed into the main part of the hospital, which was a bit daunting, but we're back and hopefully beginning to get back to normal now. At the moment, there's been a lot going on with the Black Lives Matter movement, and with that, it's made me think about how in sexual health, it's an area that's really important to think about inclusivity, not to be judgmental, and how sometimes personal bias can influence what we do, and how it's really important to recognise this and not let it affect how we treat our patients or other people. For me, it's in the job description to be non-judgmental. So if you ever come to see me, you can be assured I won't be judging you at all. As a tool to help us recognise areas that perhaps we feel less comfortable about, I use this tool called the Charmed Circle. I use it particularly with our medical students when they come to the clinic for the first time, as they aren't always super open-minded, to start with at any rate.
Now, the Charmed Circle is a concept that was created in the 1980s when society was a lot more conservative.
And it discusses what society may find acceptable or may find less acceptable. Now, because it was created quite a long time ago, I find the idea a useful tool, but I recreate it for our own use. In my version, what we put in the central circle are things that, personally, you might consider or do within your own sexual practice, sexual life. In the outer circle, that's where you put things that you deem to be totally acceptable, but just aren't what you would do yourself. In the surrounding area outside both of the circles are what you would put in for things that you would never deem to be acceptable. Now, all these areas will vary from person to person, so I thought we could make our own. So, for me, within my central circle, I might put heterosexuality, sex as a casual or within a relationship, and obviously these could go on. In the outer circle, things that I deem totally within the normal range of sexual behaviour, but just not for me, might include S&M, people watching, group sex, and then things that I would deem totally unacceptable, I would put on the outside, such as sexual violence, non-consensual sex, so I'm sure you get the picture. Have a little think, write your own circle, and I'll give you a minute to do that. So, this is my Charmed Circle. What does yours look like? Have a good look at what you've written in yours, particularly in what you may have written outside of your circle. Obviously, there are some things that will never be acceptable to the majority of people and should never be acceptable either. However, if what you have outside of your circle is very different from what other people have outside of their circle, then have a think about those areas, and perhaps those areas are areas that you should be more tolerant in. Hopefully, this circle will make you more aware of your own biases and therefore be able to be more tolerant of other people's sexual preferences and practices. Thank you for doing this with me. Hopefully it has made you think about your views about sex and other people's, and This will make us all a more tolerant and less judgmental society. Sex should be whatever you want it to be, within reason. So, let's keep it that way for everybody. To hear more about sex, health education, or a mixture of the two, make sure you subscribe or press the bell on this channel. I'd also like to hear your opinions, so please write any questions or anything else underneath and I'll try and get back to you. Sex is fun, so let's keep it that way.